Hello, happy Friday, you guys. How are you? Hopefully my live video works today. Last time I had a hard time, and I think I told you I taped an entire video and it didn't even tape, but I had redone it. So today I'm popping in because I want to talk to you specifically about essential oils and emotions. It is something that is like firing me up lately. I am loving it. I'm loving just all that oils can do with emotions in particular. So I just got off of doing some work with my friend Kate Dubler of Real Food RN. Many of you know her. She is amazing and wonderful. And if you have not been to her website, go check it out. And we just taped a bunch of little drops of education, as we call them, videos, where we just talk for less than 10 minutes about 3 different oils. And we talked about Envision, which is currently my oil of choice and one of my most used oils when it comes to me working on my emotional health. And I had to come in here and tell you guys what book is a must-have. Now, I love to read. I'm going to preface this so you don't feel like I'm just telling you to go buy a book just because. I love to read. I love to absorb information. My Strengths Finder, I have Input, Intellection, and Learner within my top 10. And so you just give me the information and just let me soak it all in. I love it. So I tend to buy a lot of books, but here's my disclaimer. I don't always read them because not all of them. Something has to really fire me up and just really speak to me where I'm at right then and be really useful for me to continue on with it. Otherwise, I tend to ditch it and go to the next book, which I have a long list, and many of them that I just happen to purchase from Amazon, and then I move on to the next one. So I was told, and I have seen this book, Releasing Emotional Patterns with Essential Oils. I've seen it before. It was in my cart for like 2 years or something. And finally it was Kate. And she's like, Megan, you've got to get that book. Just go buy it. I was like, okay. This book is phenomenal and spectacular. And I know that you probably can't read it here because it's backwards, but you can tell the front. It's written by a chiropractor and it's a female. And I feel like that's just us as females tend to be a little bit more emotional, and we probably trap more emotions than men do and probably just hold them in a little bit more. So you can tell my book is highlighted and circled, and she gives identifying emotional patterns, the causes of them, but I want to go through one little part here. Okay, so this is why essential oils are so incredibly powerful for our emotions. So studies at New York University proved that the amygdala gland, the gland in the limbic system of the brain that stores and releases trauma in the body, does not respond to sight or sound or touch, but only releases emotional trauma through the sense of smell. Did you hear that? The sense of smell. Which means when we can smell things like essential oils that are therapeutic grade, that are very, very powerful in and of themselves, that have constituents that are created and researched and know what they are used for, can help our bodies release emotions and come to a healthier emotional state. So what I do is and I'll show you in here too, I always like to use this and really to be able to just use this within prayer and just ask the Lord to bless releasing emotions, bless this processing, grow, allow this to be something that I work through with Him, because I don't want to be like, look what I did all on my own. But I know that He desires us to be emotionally healthy and work through those processes and work towards freedom. And we all just have a lot of emotional blocks or trapped emotions, whether it be from our childhood or different experiences that we trap, and it's really good to work on releasing them. So this book so far seems really just very sciencey, not too new agey or anything like that, which I always I'm a little apprehensive of when people talk emotions, but it seems really wonderful so far. She even walks through, let's see where it is, dealing with the emotions, how to do these different protocols. So I'm going to show you a few more things. I wish I would have flipped my video around. I'm sorry about that. I think if I grab this, let me see. Okay, let me flip it. Thank you guys. There you go. So essential oils reference, it will go through the emotion on one part of this, and then kind of the oil to use and the alarm point and where it is on her charts. Or you can head over here and you go, hey, I'm really being drawn right now to, let's just say it's believe essential oil. Oh, that emotion is dishonesty. Do I feel like I need to work on that? Or I'm really leaning towards acceptance. Am I feeling some sorrow, some insecurity? Have I been feeling embarrassed? And then she tells you which alarm point to put it on. And then within the back here, it shows the different charts and the different alarm points and where to apply that oil. So that's where you want to apply the alarm point. Quick, brief overview, but hopefully that makes sense to you there. Okay, so within this, I'm going to show you what I am doing right now and the protocol that I'm using. So she says start with 1, maybe 2, maybe 3 if they're within the same family of emotions, because there are sometimes I go through and I'm like, I suffer from a lot of these, or I feel this a lot. So my probably main emotion and my main feeling, my default emotion, I feel like we all have a default emotion or a default type of emotion just because all of us are created so uniquely. So some of us tend to get more anxious, some of us tend to shut down, some of us tend to get more overwhelmed. That's not necessarily even a negative emotional pattern. It's just how our neurotransmitters in our brains are. It's our different personalities. And so we all just tend towards something. I have always tended towards overwhelm and kind of just shutting down, which is something that I don't love. I don't love to feel that overwhelmed when I wake up in the morning. And even if my day isn't very busy, sometimes it's like, oh, I just feel overwhelmed to get up because I know I have to work out and I'm kind of tired and I'm feeling like you just kind of make that mental list. And that sometimes just gets me feeling like really stuck and overwhelmed. And so in looking up overwhelmed, I found that the oil Envision helps with that. And this is my little oil bag from Modern Makery. She is on Etsy and has great patterns and a wonderful oil bag. So this is my travel oils. So Envision, and the alarm point to put on is Vision, and the Vision alarm point is right here. So I take it, put it here. I haven't been that great about it lately, the last couple of weeks, but it's good to do it like multiple times a day. Put it there. That in and of itself is going to allow my brain to start releasing some of those things that might be contributing to me feeling very, very overwhelmed, not as joyful in my day because I'm feeling really stuck, like I have too much to do. And it's not because I have overbooked myself. I have worked really hard over the last few years not to overbook myself too much, but just being a mama, you're just really busy and you have somebody that always needs you, and that can feel overwhelming. And I will tell you, since using this oil, I have probably released about half of the overwhelm that I feel, and my productivity is so much higher in every part of my life. It is higher. I feel less burden to like do things, and I know that the Lord is just working through and using these little bottles and these powerful, powerful little bottles to help me process some of this stuff and to make me feel a lot more free when it comes to my emotions. Okay, let me see another one that I have been using. So also, one of my favorite oils, here we go, is Harmony. I love Harmony. When I bought it, so my number one strength finder is Harmony. I like when things are harmonious. I tend to, and this is not so great, pick out issues within plans or sentences or whatever things I say, even then I'm like, ooh, that didn't work well, or that thing's not going to work well. It's a strength and it's a weakness also. But I love the smell of Harmony oil. So that is also within here. If you've heard me speak, I love the purple oils and I love the pink oils. And I don't even know why, I just really like them. So Harmony. Harmony is a blend, as is Envision. I'm pulling this up to see what's all in here. Sandalwood, lavender, ylang ylang, frankincense, orange, angelica, geranium, hyssop, Spanish sage, black spruce, coriander, bergamot, and lemon. There's a lot of stuff in here, ladies. So Harmony is one that I have been using because back in the day, and this is a lot, I chose this oil and I looked this up because when I smelled it, I felt really like drawn to it. Like I just needed to use this oil and I didn't know why. Not until I got this book did I decide like why I needed this oil. So when I was growing up, I always had a tendency to feel super, super shy. Like I wasn't heard very much. And then I tended to want to beat myself up emotionally a lot about not saying the right thing and wanting to be more popular. And I remember feeling that a lot in junior high and even into high school a little more. As I got into college and I started making friends and really developing my personality, I feel more and a lot more confidence and confidence in who God created me to be. And if I am shyer and more introverted, which I am, I love, I'm such a homebody. I love being at home, but I love people. I just really like to be at home and I need some of those recharge times alone. I decided that even though now I don't experience a lot of that kind of beating myself up, I did. So I decided, why not, while I'm already working on overwhelm, work on this emotion that I remember feeling so much of and see if some of that just processes through. So even though it's not a big thing I deal with now, it was a big thing. So Harmony has 5 different uses for it, and it depends on, it's a different alarm point. These alarm points or these neurolymphatic points have been shown to go to a certain organ system, a certain like part of your endocrine system, just a certain part of your body that relates to certain organs or certain functions. They use a lot in muscle testing too. So Harmony, I thought, I'm just going to use this. If I'm drawn to it, let's use it and let's put it on the right alarm point. So the alarm point for that is right on the fallopian tube. So I will literally, I do not do this in public. I put it on my fingers and like rub it over the top of my ovaries. So we're in a women's group, so I can talk about this, right? And so that is something that I use also because I just had this feeling, this like nudging to choose Harmony and to use that. So that is my oils, releasing essential oils. We can talk more about emotions. I want to talk about, and I'll do a podcast about balancing emotions naturally. And I've been digging my feet in about doing a whole class on them too because it's kind of hard and I never want to misspeak about something like that or just hedge on the side of feeling too new agey or something. I never want to do that. So then I've just been digging my feet in. But this is my first video to tell you how awesome essential oils are for working on emotional patterns to help release them. Like I said, it's a really powerful thing, and I hope that you can grab that book, get some oils that you feel like you need, and then let me know how it's going. So I'm gonna let you ladies go now, and have a wonderful Friday, okay? I'm gonna close my laptop, shut off my phone, and be done with work for the week now because my little one's about to get up and we're gonna go to church tonight and I'm gonna work in the nursery and we're gonna have a really great time and some family time tomorrow. So I hope you're having a great week and a good weekend. Bye.